Hello everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm Sean's Mapping or the Sultanate Empire, and in today's video we are going to be continuing What If Civilization Started Over, episode 12. So, if you have not seen episodes 11 or 10, I suggest you go and check them out. Due to the fact that, some interesting things happened, and as you can see, the red team is pretty much almost dead. There's a couple more countries down here. The blue team, the light blue team, got a lot bigger. The dark blue team is also nearly gone. There's a couple more countries down here. So I suggest you go check those episodes out to understand what's going on. Let's get into today's video. In today's video, we will be seeing the Tanzanian country do some expansion up towards the Somalian, Ethiopian, basically up towards the Horn of Africa. First, they will be sending out a couple of explorers to do some exploration of the area and of the coastline as they kind of go up and explore into it. They'll, of course, explore around out in the waters a little, but they won't go too far. And eventually, they'll make it up towards the Horn of Africa, kind of exploring right around this area, something just like that. And as they explore, they kind of find a couple things and they're like, what in the world is all of this? And well, they meet some people they've never seen before, people they never knew about. And well, who are those people? Well, those people are the Arabian. Here, let me just get a bigger brush size. And the people that the Tanzanians find is the Arabian Empire, or well, the Arabian Holy Empire. As they explain how this is what they know and everything, and this is them, like so. They've explored all of this and up like this. They've explored up this coast to like right about there. And they explain, it's explained to the Tanzanians that there used to be an empire here. All this whole area over here used to be controlled by the Purple Country. But the Purple Country, one of its older leaders that used to rule it back in the day, was not such a good leader. And therefore, uh, he caused a rebellion back in the day when there was only the purple team over in this region. And, well, these rebellions eventually took shape and hold, and they essentially ended up finding peace with one another a lot later on down the line, forming the Holy Arabian Empire, which this is with the purple team being the leader of the Holy Arabian Empire. So we'll be seeing the Tanzanians expand all the way up into the Horn of Africa, kind of going like this, towards the Horn, something like this. So they'll be expanding into like stuff like this, and then some of the Holy Arabian Empire countries will also do little bits of expansion as well, as some of them haven't expanded for a really long time, like this one right down here, who will set up a colony right there, and then the purple one right over here, who will set up a small minor colony right down in this area down here, taking all of this. Now, after the major war in the last episodes, again, to know what I'm talking about, I suggest you go check out the previous episodes. A lot of people end up leaving the Tanzanian, the Dark Cyan team. A lot of people end up leaving all of the original African countries down in the southern part. People even leave the Orange team in the recent parts they've taken. That was a misclick. And go back one. So people end up leaving all of these countries, and they end up taking, or not taking, they end up going out and exploring and discovering all of this stuff right over here, kind of in this central region, because people left from the Orange team down here, people left from all of these northern countries. So, and in that, we will be seeing the creation of many, many, many countries in the area that was just filled in. So let's get to all of those countries that will be popping into existence right about now. And here we are. If you look here, these are all of the countries that ended up popping out of, well, that ended up being formed by all of the people that ended up leaving the Orange team and all of the other countries down here after the war because they were unsatisfied with their governments. Now, let's move on to another area that is having a slight bit of problems. And here we are, right up here in China with IP King's country, the Hungarian Serb, I believe the Kingdom of Hungarian Serb. We'll be looking at the continued war between them and the Koreans up here in this wonderful, beautiful region right over here. Now, the Koreans will continue to get pushed back after putting up some very good defenses. Now, what we will be seeing is eventually they take that major city, and the Koreans, who were the ones that started this war, will sue for peace with IP King's country as they lose a secondary major city and even more of their quote unquote historical land. Looking something like this. So, after the war with IP King will be claiming all of his occupied territory, which will end up looking something, the borders will now look something like this, which will end up throwing the Koreans into chaos as multiple rebel groups begin popping up and the Korean peninsula is just thrown into absolute, utter chaos. Let's get into the Korean Civil War and let's look at it in about 3, 2, and here we are. After the king of Korea dies of natural causes, the entire country is thrown into chaos as all of the regional lords within their respective areas end up taking up arms against the primary government as the king's son is only 13. And now each one of them basically vies for power, turning Korea into a semi-Japan. Whether Korea will stay like this indefinitely or will it end up uniting in the future, we'll just have to wait and see. As we will be not focusing in on that anymore, and we will be going down here to yet another war, which may go somewhere or nowhere depending on what happens. What we will be seeing is we will be seeing the yellow country get invaded by its neighbor, the orange country, and the invasion will look something like this. Now, both of these countries are fairly new. Both of them are on fairly equal ground with one another. So the pushes are fought hard, and they're also um, long pushes as well. As you know, it takes a long time to push back the yellow team because they're on semi-equal footing with one another. Now, what we do see as well down here is the orange country get invaded by this country down here, which is a semi like Malaysia, not Malaysia, freaking not Thailand. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm recording this early in the morning for me, so I won't be able to remember everything. But this is the secondary war we will be looking at today. And now let us look at some more peaceful things like expansion. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh, oh, that's me. Sorry, had to sneeze. Um, so, for example, we will be seeing some of the other countries that are not at war do some exploration and expansion into the unexplored surrounding areas, something like that. They'll explore up into this area over here. Explore into some more stuff like this. Going over that. And they actually explore into this area and run into some Holy Arabian Empire troops, or not troops, explorers that were out exploring in this area. And, well, we have the second connection of the series connecting up uh, Asia to Arabia. Um, and that's pretty much it because they don't have borders with any of these countries over here. And I mean, these guys aren't going to tell these guys about the African countries just yet. As you know, they don't know who they are. They just met them. They don't even know if they have a country. So that's what it's going to be like. We're going to see my friend Branch do some expansion. He's going to be the one doing the biggest expansion down here in Asia, as he is going to take all of this area that is going to be colored in like so. Taking all of this. The next one we'll be seeing expanding is this small green one right down here, right next to IP King. He will be expanding into this area right here. And we will see this gold country right down here do the same thing, doing a miniature expansion, taking all of this right over here. And then that, ladies and gentlemen, will be it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to be notified for any time I upload or for the next time video is posted onto my channel, go beneath the video and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to once again be notified anytime I upload or a video gets put onto my channel. I'm Sean's Mapping, or the Sultanate Empire. I hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be, wherever you may live. And I'll see y'all in the next video. See ya!